Hello and welcome to State of the Art. I'm Thom Rubel, Executive Director of the Morgan Arts Council, and today I'm talking to Eddy Rubin. Eddy is the curator of our current gallery show, which is called Spirit of the Tree. And as you might have guessed, it deals with wood and wood artists. So Eddy, welcome.
Thank you.
Eddy, in terms of, we have many kinds of shows, gallery shows here, all kinds of mediums and all different styles of art. But this one's wood. What's exciting about wood?
Well, I think a lot of things are exciting about wood. I spent many years working as a naturalist, so I have a deep love of nature and of trees in their natural state. And I just think it's fascinating how artists can take the wood from a living tree and just transform it into something amazing, functional item or a purely decorative item. And there's such a variety of what artists can do with wood.
Yep. How many artists are in the current show?
We have 11 artists
Wow.
in this current show.
So that must mean there's a lot of things you can do with wood.
Yes.
Well, one of the things that's nice about our ability to be visual is to show some things that we have from this show. So I kind of want to take it from maybe one extreme to the other, or at least run the gamut here of what artists do with wood. So in terms of, I assume we have wood that's pretty much highly cut, carved, whatever way you want to look at. For example, we have a very nice little dog here. Now, don't let my dog see it because I own a very white, fluffy dog. And tell me about the kind of artistry in this piece of wood that turned into a lovely dog.
This is actually from a chainsaw artist,
Really?
Jack Vera, who goes by the name Saw Jack,
Uh-huh.
and he's a local Berkeley Springs artist. He makes an amazing variety of things using his chainsaw.
Wow, I'll say. He appears to have a little gash here in the front. What's that all about?
The little gash is actually done purposely because
Uh-huh.
over time the wood will settle,
Yep.
and that allows it to do that natural process.
Keeps our dog from exploding, I
Yes.
think, huh?
Yes.
Have to have a talk with my dog at home. So tell me about what else we've got here today, and give me a little background on it.
Well, I brought a few pieces with me. There's such a huge variety in the show. We have everything from small little wooden earrings to huge tables and a big grandfather clock. So I've brought a few things that we could see here on camera that would show up nicely. This, we have an example here of, as you can see, leaves. But these are not leaves that just fell off of a tree. These are
Right.
leaves that have been carved using machine tools, actually. This is an artist named Rob Mock. He has a business called Triple C Woodworking. And he's actually going to be doing demos here on President's Day weekend to explain how he makes these beautiful leaves.
Wow, in this machining, it's still kind of semi-manual? I mean, it's not like you program it into
Oh, sure.
And the artist has to be with the machine in terms of creating that kind of a, do you happen to know which either kinds of wood that is? That smaller piece looks like maple to me.
This looks like maple, yeah. I'm not sure about this.
That's beautiful. Great color.
Gorgeous piece. And he, as I said, makes earrings, leaf earrings, and all sorts of things, salt and pepper shakers, and not only leaves, but beautiful artistry from Rob Mock.
That
here.
is really, really nice, really nice. To the more functional, I take it here.
Right, so we have a functional piece here by an artist named John Simpson. And in contrast to what Rob Mock does there with power tools, John is just using his hands, hand tools,
Wow.
to carve this beautiful, beautiful bowl.
And that's all one piece.
This is all one piece. And John is also demonstrating his work here. He's been here since the show started last month. He's been here every Saturday between 12 and 4. He'll be here through the end of February on Saturdays, demonstrating how he does this. And this is a food-safe bowl, so not only is it a gorgeous work of art, but it's also very functional.
Functional as well. Yes. Great, thank you. And what else have we got? This definitely tends, this other piece, to the more natural, right? I mean,
yes.
It's something that an artist sees, I would imagine.
Well, it's funny you say that because the series, the artist who made this is named Chris Bosley. He's actually a member of the Ice House Co-op here at the Ice House. And the series that this piece comes from is called In the Mind's Eye. And this is a mountain eagle. So what Chris does is he goes out into the woods, he finds pieces that look like something to him,
Yep.
capture his imagination. He brings the pieces back into his workshop and he'll refine them, really bringing out literally the spirit of the tree. And
Right.
he had a piece here, a Cocapelli piece, which he named Tree Spirit, which has already sold. And it was a life-size piece, just absolutely gorgeous, where he saw this figure out there in the woods and brought it in and really refined the piece. So this is just an example of his work.
Wow, that's amazing. And it's interesting interpretations. You say eagle, and I see like a giant shark or a big fin, you know, as you see the sculpture there. So it's left to the mind's eye, right?
Sure, right. And Chris himself, the artist, is totally fine with those types of interpretations. Yeah, he may see one thing, but he'll accept other interpretations as being equally valid.
Right, right. So tell me, in terms of your 11 artists, are there other kinds, you couldn't bring everything here today, obviously the grandfather clock's in the gallery. Are there other kinds of forms of art, furniture, anything like that? I mean, that's all can be interpreted as art, I would imagine.
Of course. And we have some beautiful furniture that's in this show. We have a craftsman, Charles Boland, from Hampshire County, the next county over from us, and he has brought some furniture that are exact reproductions of late 1700s furniture.
Yeah.
So for example, we have Thomas Jefferson's chair is part of this show. It's a swivel chair, and he uses all period hand tools to create this piece. And another interesting thing about the furniture and other things that are in this show, we want this show to be user-friendly. We want people not only to gaze at this as if they were in a museum, but this is very much hands-on.
Yeah.
So the bowls that we have, it's perfectly fine for people to go up and touch them.
Yeah, I saw signs down there that say, please touch.
Right, the artist asked me to do that, to put
Wow.
up those please touch signs. And then when Charles Boland brought in his Thomas Jefferson chair, my first reaction was, do you want me to put this on a pedestal? Because this is such an exquisite piece. I don't
Right.
know if you want people one after another
sit
sitting.
in it?
He said, no, absolutely. I want everyone to know how comfortable these pieces are. So it's very much of a user-friendly show where people can experience this wood for themselves.
Yeah,
Not only looking at it, but interacting with
You
it.
can be part of the art, so to speak. I
part of
sat in Thomas Jefferson's chair, even though I realized he didn't sit in that
And
actual
was it comfortable?
piece. It's very comfortable, and it's highly functional. It has a writing desk, and you know, there's two ways to look at it. You can look at it in today, where you could set your laptop there and do some things, or I could envision a candle and a piece of paper and a quill from those days. So it's a very deep art. In terms of the wood, is a lot of the wood used in the show, or wood pieces that we have here maybe on regular display, are locally sourced, I imagine, kinds of wood?
Yes.
And just give me a quick rundown of what the kinds of wood we'd find around here.
Well, there's all sorts of things that the artists are using in their pieces. And Chris Bosley, in that piece I described, The Spirit of the Tree, he saw an ash base. And actually here in Morgan County, we've had, and all over the eastern U.S., we've had this emerald ash borer,
Right.
this insect which has destroyed a lot of our ash trees. So there's a lot of it standing out there. And folks like Chris are giving it a second life.
Oh, that's great.
By finding the spirit in it and making it into a beautiful piece that lots of people can appreciate. So there's lots of ash out there. There's maple that people use. There's lots of oak. So we're blessed here in this part of the country. We have a rich diversity of woodland. So yeah, we don't need to be taking exotic hardwoods that could be endangered in other parts of the world. So a lot of our artists, yes, they're focusing on locally available products.
Yep. Well, I want to thank you for coming in today and sitting down with us and showing us the spirit of the tree and all the things that we can, that our local artists can do with these pieces. It's a beautiful show.
Thank you.
And I congratulate you on putting it together. I think you've captured all the various forms really, really well, and I encourage people to come in and to see the show here at the Ice House in Berkeley Springs. So again, Eddie, thanks for being here.
You're
Thanks
quite
for
welcome.
bringing in the spirit of the tree into the Ice House.
My pleasure. Thanks.